my channel. Welcome to an unveloping of the thread club from my local needle shop. This is 4 packages, of thread from my local needle shop. They do ship worldwide for the thread club, and it's all kinds of amazing. I love this. All right, so we've got Weeks Dye Works. We have Simply Shaker, both of those clubs, and Classic Colorworks, and the Overaswa thread club in the small bobbins. Bobbins? No, they're skeins. Let me get in and stop talking nonsense. Now, I'm trying to think. What were the last couple of months? I think the last couple were the greens, and now we're going into the blues. These are gorgeous. I haven't actually sewn with these yet, but I am looking forward to being able to do these. Now, hang 10. Sometimes these show up better on this camera than this camera. So you're going to get a bit of both. I'm going to try and position it so that it's in both, and it is semi-focused. So this is 116. Is it one? Yes, I think it's 116 in the blue. Okay, so it's quite a royal blue, a fresh, sorry, itchy nose, a fresh blue in that 116. I really like that. Very, very pretty. All right, 1, 2, 3 is a pale blue, and you can see in the front camera. Oh, I do like having dual cameras sometimes. Sometimes it's like a complete nightmare. Beautiful emerald green 226. I don't think I've got these duplicated. These are clubs that you get each color, you know, you get one of each, and if they haven't got any in stock at the particular time, they will fill it with the next color and then backfill it with the future, in the future, with the color that was missed out. I actually catalog these in Stash Cash. No. Yes, I think it's Stash Cash. Thread Cash? No, I've gone blank. Oh, goodness. Stash Cash, yes. It's a little yellow icon. If I think of it, I will put the picture in of that icon. Where am I going? Oh, good lordy. Going wrong directions. Okay, this is 231. It's a kind of pale green. It's very nice. Pastel green. Stash Cash is a little yellow background with 3 bobbins of thread on it, and it stores my catalogue of threads, so I know exactly what I've got, and I'm starting to put a hint of, you know, what the color is, so that when I go through my Overaswa collection, I can kind of go, well, I don't know what color 225 is, but if I've got written next to it that it's a green, at least I'm not going to go looking for an orange kind of thing, you know. But they're in number order, and I'm sure I can look up online, although I've never actually tried looking at their catalogue to see how many threads and colors that they've got. But anyway, I digress. Emerald green. Another emerald green. They have quite a few in the emerald green. Their green color is really, really rich. It's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Now, the Overaswa comes in 5-meter skeins, and they are really small and dinky. They will fit on bobbins if you like to bobbin. In my thread meetup, there's actually somebody who's got those long bobbins that are, you know, the length of a pen, and you put them on like that, so they're just long bobbins. Space saving, maybe, even. But that is the Overaswa thread club, and as I said, that is May. Okay, Classic Colorworks. Ooh, into the browns and reds this month. Where am I going? So what I will do with these, so I show these in detail on this kind of opening. I also show them again in my floss tube as a more general kind of flick through, and then they get categorized into the stash cache and put in with the rest of the collection. Okay, now Classic Colorworks. We're looking now. I'll try and get these other ones out of the way so that the color is not going too crazy. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, this one is brandied pears, so it has got a bit of the brandy color, and it is kind of an orange brown tone. The color shift in this is really, really subtle, so you're kind of looking at an orange brown. I think it was Classic Colorworks. I'm sure it was Classic Colorworks that the girls from Black Needle Society have used for their Harry Potter, and they had their reasoning behind it being that it's a more kind of heritage feel with some of the color blends and things like that. So if you have maybe an older style, you know, sampler or something like that, you might find that the Classic Colorworks, some of these blends actually work really, really well for those kind of projects, as opposed to a straight DMC flat color. You've got that subtle shift of colors. This one is called Brown Hen. I do actually use the CCT number in my cataloging, so I've got the name and the color, but the color goes first and then the name of it goes next. These ones I don't tend to describe as for their colors though. This one's a brown, just a fairly nondescript brown. Bunny Honey. Ooh, my eyes are doing funky things. I'm seeing pinks come out of that kind of mushroomy brown. Very weird. It's kind of fun how you see the colors come out. So yeah, I'm kind of seeing the orange, the pinky kind of mushroom brown in there. But that's Bunny Honey. Brown Sugar. Ooh, I can see so much color variation in that. So you can really see it on the overhead camera. Sorry for the focus being a dill, but you can see how some of it is dark brown and some of it is a paler brown. And then face on, you've got that. Oops. You need to see these in person really if you can. Wah! Calico Kitty. Whew. That is red and that is brown. That's beautiful. Now, can you see the two colors? You can really see the two colors there. And how variegated that is. That's gorgeous. So these are all 5 yards. So, you know, but you can get these in the States. They are American. And this one is Campfire. So you've got those gorgeous reds. Now, one of the things that my stitchy girls who are so much older and, well, sorry, you're not older. No. They're more experienced in the craft and they're wiser. And it scares the bejesus out of me when Carolyn did this. She got the scissors and she snipped these. Yelp! Yeah, and then you just pull out each strand and it's, you know, the length, double that length, and it's a workable length straight away. So it's, well, sorry, when I say double the length, it's, you know, half the forearm. So it's a full length of your forearm, but you pull out your bit and good to go. And it's like, yike, but you're cutting the loops. Yeah, I know. We cut them anyway, but yeah. And then they can stay on the card, more importantly. I know. The tricks that you learn from people who have been doing it a little bit of time. It's really cool. And a great bunch of ladies. We haven't had any men join us yet. But yeah, great bunch of girls to catch up with. Now, the Simply Shaker. Right, now, as I said, there's 2 clubs in this, kind of. And let me explain. Simply Shaker has 2 collections. It's actually Gentle Arts, I guess. So the Gentle Arts has the Simply Shaker and it also has the sampler threads. So there's the dark brown tickets and the beige tickets. Okay, so they're 2 different kind of categories within and I separate them per that as well. So Gentle Art, Cabbage Black in $7.95. Now that actually has a bit of a grey, brown color scheme to that. Ooh, I can see blues coming out in the camera too. Isn't that weird? It's like looking at blackbirds and crows and you see all these colors coming out of what effectively looks like black. It kind of looks like licorice. Reminds me of licorice. Chives. Okay, it's nothing like the color of chives. It's green-ish, but it's more yellow-green. And I think what I have seen with the Gentle Arts is there is a much more variegation that comes through. This one's called Chamomile. They all have numbers as well. But Chamomile is an orange kind of brown. Oh, am I even showing that on camera? Golly. Sorry, I apologize. There you go. It looks quite yellow on camera. Where am I going? Chalk is... Well, chalk is kind of white. It's not a bright white. But it's not an off-white really that's giving anything else. I wonder what they dyed it with. Interesting. Its length is, I think it's 5 yards. I think I've seen that it's 5 yards. They recommend that you rinse the threads in hot water before you stitch. Blot on white paper towel to get off excess color and blot continually and wash until it stops running. Anyway, this is called Butter Crunch and it is an orange and yellow. Looks delicious. And there you've got that. That's really, really nice. And then this one is called Celery, which is a kind of lemony pastel yellow with green. That's actually really, really cool. So there is the Gentle Art. And it's kind of cool having the two subtly different kind of groupings. Yeah, so you need to be careful when you're ordering, and again, they're very, very good for the kind of vintage style stitch pieces. Now, I think the sticker is over this, so it's going to tear. This one is the Weeks Die Works. Now, with regard to joining in on this group, or club, you can. There are spaces available, I believe, on some, if not all. The link will be in that document that I have in my page. I will pull it up to the top so that you can go and follow the links. But yes, it's my local needle shop thread club, and you can join in and you can get these. This one is called Caribbean. I'm not going to go into the color, the numbers. Oh, there we go. Of the colors. It's a blue and green, like tropical water green and blue. That's gorgeous. Great to have in my stash for something like my nondescript color projects. So things like the steady thread where I wasn't given any color assigned for that kind of black work, and I'm just kind of going, ooh, what looks like this color flower? And I've gone to my stash to be able to pick these. So yes, I had great pleasure in being able to go through my stash and pick things like this. This one's called Capri. It's a kind of bluey green, aqua kind of color. Very, very nice. Very, very refreshing, that one. This is called Caper. Ooh, you know how the chives didn't look very chive and the celery was kind of celery? This is Caper. It really does look like the color of my capers in my fridge. It's a dark green. There is a little bit of very, very subtle variegation in that, but it looks like what it says on the tin. Cape Cod. It's a kind of grey and green. So it's a very pale green in there, but it's got a kind of grey-green. Oh, there we go. A grey-green as well. That's really cool. A lot of variation in that one. Cantaloupe. Not my favourite melon. My stepmom, it was her favourite melon. I prefer honeydew. And it's orange, as you'd kind of expect, sort of. Not quite this orange. But anyway. Try and get it on camera, that would help. But it's, I think it's actually brighter in person than it's showing on camera. And it's maybe a little bit more coral salmon looking almost. Wow! This is a party in a thread. Calypso, look at that. You have, holy cow, yellow, pink, green, and it's going from a pale pink to a rich pink. That is amazing. And then you've got this dark green up here as well. That's gorgeous. If you have a party kind of project, this is definitely one you should, oh goodness, get into your stash. That's awesome. Calypso. That's really, really cool. It's a bit like have to have Bradley's balloons, I think, in your collection. I think if you're a cross stitcher who doesn't have Bradley's balloons in your stash yet, where have you been? How have you not found this awesome color range? Yeah, Bradley's balloons is amazing. I went into my needle shop and it was like, oh, pretty! And bought two. I think I bought one other as well from the, I can't even think of what the color something or other. No, can't think of what it is of the name. But anyway, you know what I mean. Bradley's balloons is a nondescript number. I don't even know where the color name is linked to it all. Yeah. But the color is like smack you in the face in the store when you see it. And a lot of it, I found my big kind of spotlight for those in Australia. My spotlight does not sell any of these. You have to go to a local needle store. You just, it just doesn't happen in the bigger stores because, I don't know, it's all too small and whatnot. Don't know. This is amazing. Now, some of these clubs are bigger than others. Some go for ridiculous amount of months and some are much shorter depending on what's in the collection. So I did also start off with the Aurora Soie on the bobbin. This is the Aurora Soie d'Alger. I had the 100.3 in my collection as well, but I didn't really go for the bobbin, so I got rid of those. So this is the 4 that I'm kind of sticking with because it's like, oh my goodness, each month I'm not disappointed by any of these dyers or anything. I absolutely love these and having them in my collection. And yes, now I'm building this up. I'll be able to swap and change DMC in or out, just choose one, choose more and things like that. So yeah. It's really nice having them, and because it's a month by month I can just slowly, you know, get it together. So alright, Thread Club of the Month, links will be in the description. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Ring the bell so you get notified when these videos drop. They do drop throughout the month, and yeah, you'll get to see them in greater detail in the individual video and in lesser detail in the floss tube, so you might have to come back and, you know, all of that kind of thing whenever I schedule this video to go up. So I hope you've enjoyed, and you know, click like, subscribe and drop me a comment if you want to kind of have a bit of a chit chat. I will see you around on the tubes. Bye for now. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.